Okay, hi everyone. So, legal controls of employment. This one in human resource management, legal controls of employment also a very important part because nowadays so many human resource managers nowadays are in organizations they know about the legal system also legal controls they should know because most of the human resource managers are normally lawyers like legal so legal officers plus some of them they have idea about how to organization. They know organizations rules and regulations, how to operate, how to cooperate with the people, everything. So this lesson we are mainly going to find out the legal controls of employment. What are the main legal structures, legal frameworks in an organization system? For example, we're going to talk about the nature of the equal opportunity, especially in the equal opportunity legislations. Organizations should not discriminate against the grounds of gender, race, disability, religion, sexual preference, and age. So, therefore, organization should be a fair ground. That means, for example, if you wanted to promote people, if you want to train someone, if you want to give some promotion, if you want to give some kind of like a privilege to someone, so there should not have any favorizations or discriminations against these grounds. So we're going to find out those today. What are the main discrimination grounds and how organizations should adhere in this system to protect the legal controls of employment. So, and also you must be able to finally understand the minimum wage legislation and their impacts on business also. So, especially this, the first half of this lesson is mainly covered to understand the nature of and opportunities, like equal opportunities and everything, how do not discriminate against the grounds of these things, right? So you can see the getting started thing. Most of the organization need legal protection because most of the country can see the workers are being exploited. Exploited. We are using the term called exploited. The exploitation means the organizations have kind of a that they're using sometimes overusing that can be a little bit exploitative. So people may work need legal protection. This is because some business may treat their workers poorly or even exploit them, right? Employees need protection from the danger in the work environment, exploitation, unfair dismissal, discrimination. This we are learning new terms today. This exploitation. What is exploitation? According to the dictionary, says situation in which you treat someone unfair by asking them to do things for you, but give them a very little in return. So when you work someone for you, you have to give them a fair return, fair wage. But if you're giving them a very little return, that's called exploitation, right? That means if you tell society there's a standard called minimum wage, something like that. If you pay below the minimum wage, that is kind of exploitation. So organizations should know these things. So today that's a really important thing. We're talking about these things, how people, how organizations, the workers get exploited, discriminated, and also we're going to talk about the term discrimination. That is, discrimination means favoring one person over another. Favoration, right? Is a very bad thing. Sometimes for the promotion, sometimes for the salary increments, sometimes for new opportunities like training opportunities. They do favorations. So discrimination is a situation where favoring one person over another, right? The example they're giving in European Union, it is unlawful to discriminate on grounds of race. Race. What is race mean? The kind of what is your nationality? What is your identity? Nationality, the ethnic origin, or your religion. Your religion. Sometimes that also. Sometimes some certain organizations that matters. Religion matters. Certain things. Sometimes age. Age matters. Sometimes sexual orientation matters. Right? We'll talk about that in later of this chapter. The sexual orientation. You should know that LGBT, the trend, LGBTQ concepts, that also matters. We're talking openly about these concepts, and also the disability also sometimes matters. We can categorize people on different uh, ways, right? Disability, able people, disabled people. But it is very unfair if you give them some chance on different situations. Like that's called stereotyping, right? That is very unfair. So for this lesson, try to convince the new modern society, modern world, giving them some knowledge for you. What are the legal controls? So this lesson will summarize again this lesson introduction of this lesson. We can see uh, we are going to talk about some kind of very mind-blowing brainstorming session. You can see age discrimination in a restaurant. In 2014, you can see the two Thai restaurants near Brisbane, Australia. They had some kind of found guilty of the age discrimination. They found guilty about their age discrimination. We found out that normally the age discrimination in the workplace was taken place in this is Australia, right? Very good country. Everyone accepting it's a very good place to live. And the court fined the restaurant owner around 30,000 Australian dollars for their treatment on employees. So that's why the strong legal system which we have. So in this kind of unfair situations, the court has the power to fine them 30,000 US dollars for the treatment of an employee. The employee, despite having a perfectly good employment record, was told on his 65th birthday that he would no longer be allowed to work full time. So 65 is a number. In most of the countries, they treated this as a retirement age. Right? Normally, like 60 is a retirement age in most of the countries nowadays. But 65 is another extension, 5 years. So 65 on birthday, so they made a ridiculous statement. He was not allowed to work full time. And he was also told after returning from the long-term leave in 2011 that the company did not employ people over the age of 65. So they suddenly changed their policy to not to keep the people over 65. This is happened when he returned from his long-term leave because normally the country like Australia, they allowing people like to take their annual leave like can be 2 months. The normal usually taking like November, December like that, so to travel. So while after that he returns, the company says to the same employee that company did not employ people over 65. However, he was offered a part-time post. This organization generous to give a part-time post for him. The Fair Work Ombudsman in Australia, that's an organization that's a legal, like a legislation body. Fair Work Ombudsman. Ombudsman is a post who actually listening to the grievances of the employees, of the workers in that country. So Natalie James said that the court ruling should discourage other businesses from age discrimination in the workplace. So what's her opinion regarding the court rule? They discourage businesses to use age discrimination in the workplace. So she added that the age discrimination should be taken very seriously, and that ombudsmen would act on any reported incident. She also encouraged people to come forward and make report if they experience any such conduct. So most of the time, people are not reporting that incident. They actually suffer, they tolerate that without reporting. But she means they added some point, encourage people to come forward and make report if they experience any such conduct. This is why that's kind of a treatment we can expect from a developed country like Australia. But the situations in most of the developing countries, in Asian countries, especially like in the countries such as Asian countries like say Vietnam, Indonesia, let's say China. So most of the countries, the legal system or the treatment against these things actually not fair enough. That's why we can so many incidents we can report of using child labor. You can say sometimes they known as the sweatshops. These things. There's so many exploitation cases we can find from those countries, and the multinational companies also know these organizations. These countries are very cheaper for them because they don't care about this environment, organization, the employer legislation. But anyway, the country like Australia. So Natalie James, the ombudsman, she was very keen on this matter, and she at the end she fined 30,000 US dollar against that Thai restaurant in Brisbane. That's what happened. So only the what's offense here? She actually the guy, the worker on his 65th birthday, just organization told that we don't need no longer we allowed to work full time. But if you want, you can have a part-time job opportunity. So you can see how much like organization policy. You can see if you're normal thinking about this incident, the organization can say, okay, this is a fair policy. Everyone should have a retirement time, right? But the way they communicate to the person is more important. You should communicate in a friendly way. When there's approaches are there how to treat employees. But this case, that's why I think at the end the court make a conclusion. The worker should be get a fine, and then at the end, 30,000 Australian dollars are fine against by the restaurant owner. Okay, if you learn this case study, you can see after hearing this case study, first question, how does this case study illustrate the need to protection at work? If you see this situation, particular process, you can see in this case, an employer is actually mistreated employees case study. You can see this case study. The employee is being the worker, 65 years old worker, mistreated. That is very clear. And without legal protection, a large number of employees might be subject to exploitation. Right? That's why without legal protection, this can happen to anyone. This can happen to you. This can happen to me in future. Large numbers of employees might be subject to exploitation, abuse, discrimination, or ill treatment. So that's why the need for protection actually stressed here. It's only just a one simple case study, small case study, but this incident give kind of like a like all other states, industries, so many work, the population in the world, labor force regarding their protection. Second question, what do you think is meant by age discrimination? You can see the age discrimination here, like the 65 is just a number, but normally a lot of countries, then they should tell this in advance, before, right? So, okay, this is our company policy. After 55, this is the retirement age, like that. So, this age discrimination occurs when the business makes a specific decision on ground of age. So, in this case, if you talk about this case study, an employee that despite having a good employment record, is a very good employee, good track record, right now, no actually any black mark in his career, and was told on his 65th birthday that he would no longer be allowed to work full time. He was also told after returning from a long-term leave in 2011 that the company did not employ people over the age of 65. However, you can see he was offered a part-time post. That's a generous thing. And this is an example of age discrimination. So imagine how many people in all Asian countries actually be mistreated like that. Sometimes more than this, right? So you should give some kind of like a token of gift or something, like a nicely should have told, communicate this thing to the worker. At this point, the worker is being mistreated and he was upset and he go and complain it about the officials in Australia, and this is the repercussion. And the final thing, you can see how might law aims at the preventing age discrimination affect the business. How might law aimed at preventing age discrimination affect the business? So this case you can see, to start with, if business does not allow a legislation, if business does not follow any legislation, they can be fined. You can see this case also. Right? It will cost them money. In this case, you can see the two Thai restaurants near Brisbane, Australia were fined around 30,000 Australian dollars for their treatment for an employee. So laws preventing age discrimination will also mean that the business must take measures to ensure that they do not break the law. That's the thing. The business must take the certain measures that they do not break the law. Right. For example, you can see they would have to take the care with job adverts to ensure that they do not exclude applicants on the grounds of age. Applications are really important. Job application and applying job advertising. So you should not give this indication. That's illegal because that means you are commonly widely are going to expose, okay, you need this file for this age limit for this vacancy. That should not be happen. That's a bad application process uh, at mine. So they should take care with the job adverts in this regard. Right. So that's a mind-blowing question you can see to enter this legislation uh, lesson. You can see how organizations are normally. This is a situation of age discrimination, but there are more. There are more. Let's talk about the other controls as well. Legal controls over legislation. You can see there might be how workers in the organization pay low wages. Low wages, make them work long hours sometimes, deny them employment rights, expose them to danger sometimes, discriminate against certain groups of or dismiss them unfairly. So these are the main methods. You can see examples of always daily basis, day to day, how workers in the world being exploited different ways, right? Low wages, make them work long hours, right? Usually, full-time worker must work like 48 hours maximum, but some workers are working 60 hours. Huh? They don't have even Saturday, Sunday, public holidays. They being called by the organization, right? No work-life balance. Deny them employment rights. If they talk about the employment rights, so they can go home. Expose them into danger sometimes. There are certain jobs, 3D categories, called dirty, difficult, and dangerous jobs. Sometimes the nature of the job is like that, but expose them into danger without giving proper facilities. Another thing. For example, there is no enough safety helmets, safety boots, safety caps, safety gloves. So expose them to danger. Okay, and the discriminate against certain groups. We're talking about those things like a discrimination grounds like age, gender, right? Ethnicity, color, these things, and also how these workers being like a dismissal even, them unfair dismissal cases. So this is a very important lesson. You can see the legal controls are really important. So as a human resource manager, if your future, if you want to be a human resource, work in the human resource of people or in the business organization, as a personal manager, you must know these grounds. Very, very important because it applies everywhere. When you're hiring people, when you're firing people, when you're training people, when you're promoting people, these grounds must be very, very important to follow. You can see here, what are the equal opportunities? We're talking with the number one, gender, right? Business have to make a choice when recruiting staff or selecting employees for promotion for training. Choosing one person rather than based on characteristics known as a discrimination. That's right. Choosing one person rather than another based on characteristics is known as discrimination. If a business chooses a person because they are more skilled and better qualified than another, this would be legal. Based on qualification, that is fair enough. But however, it is illegal in most countries to discriminate on the grounds of gender, race, racism, disability, sexual preference, and religion or age. So when employing promoting people, and employers must base their decision on the ability of the candidates, on the ability of the candidates, right? Not whether they are male or female, or are they married or single, are they Catholic or Buddhist, or are they Islam? It doesn't matter. It should give the chance for the able, most qualified and capable candidates, not the other grounds. What are you looking for the other ground? The social class. Why are you looking for the gender? Why are you looking for the uh, ethnicity of that person? The person like the color, age, disability things. If you care about those things, that means that you have the high level discrimination. Discrimination is happening in the organization. Like that. So many countries have legislation to protect these groups from discrimination. Okay. Let's talk about the gender inequality things today. The gender is another important thing, one important ground of discrimination. Gender means female or male, male or female. Sometimes this is called a sex discrimination. What is your, right? Gender, common thing, right? So it's either two categories or three categories: gender, male or female. So, though not exclusively occur when a woman in the workplace does not receive equal treatment because of she is female. Women now from a significant proportion of the working population, you can see right now from 1972, the USA around 38% of employees were female. In 2014, like after a long time, there's 38% level employee work percentage in the USA has risen. You can see 47% the total now. Like almost half of the working population, the workforce, are females. However, there is still some evidences that there are even this 21st century to suggest that the equal proportions do not exist for women, right? So I'm not a feminist, but you can see that there should be equal chances which you should give for females. For example, there is still differences in earnings, right? That means equal work must give equal pay. You should not discriminate on the grounds of the gender. In USA, average earning for women in 2014 was around 39,621 US dollars per annum, right? But it's significantly lower than like 50%, 50,383 from men received, about 10,000, 11,000 difference. In the UK, a survey finding as in 2014 found that more than quarter of women at work, 25% of the women at work, they felt that they are victims of gender discrimination. Pathetic, right? Even in UK, in 2014 survey, they found out like this is like a 6-7 years ago. The UK women still they are feeling that they're being discriminated on the grounds of gender. For example, out of 1,500 office workers, 26%, around quarter, felt that the motherhood had limited their career development. Yeah, because being a female means when my student we can see one day, right? Because that's your motherhood, like that's a wonderful thing, the gift from the nature. But why that become a barrier to have career development? Why? That is unfair, right? That's happened in 26% of the UK office workers out of 1,500. In many countries, the law have been passed to help to deal with the problem of gender discrimination. So two UK laws are shown in the box on this page in legislation, right? So this is actually the long time ago this was taken into consideration by the UK courts. Like in 1975, they passed acts also. These two acts in the box, you can see the legislation that like to have an impact on business. So they give some kind of suggestions. You can see these 5 bullet points. They give some kind of suggestions regarding what kind of things that the business organization should do to comply with the gender discrimination. So they say advertisement for jobs must not specify a particular gender. That is really important, right? So we don't need, for example, we don't need female accountant. We don't need male drivers. It just be the driver only. The position is enough, right? The position is enough. We don't need to mention either female or male. So that's another thing. The business is not allowed to target job adverts that either men or women. So both genders must have equal opportunities in appointment. That's the thing. So if you advertise like, okay, we need female secretary, female accountant, that is wrong. That is illegal. Even not only female, even males also can be discriminated in that law. Right. Therefore, always make sure the job advertisement must be genderless job advertisement. Genderless job advertisement. Right. For example, I'll show you one typical example right now. Can see this is a website actually showing the vacancies. Let's go to accounting and finance. Let's randomly check the advertisement is okay. Look at this account assistant. First one I'm taking randomly, right? So I'll share that job advertisement for you for reference. You can see We are a paint distributor in Colombo and our leading paint company in Colombo. We are looking for hard-working, dedicated, and smart person for following vacancies. Account assistants, right? Qualification, this is a person specification. QUESA, right? Qualification, experience, skill, attitude. You can see part qualified AAT or HNDA, working experience, at least 1 year similar capacity, age 20 to 24 years. This is the age discrimination. You can see just now we talk about it should be age. The revealing of the age is actual. That's why this is the Asian country advertisement. You can see age they mentioned. No need to mention the age, right? In the shortlisting process they can do it. So that means they discourage people over 25 people to apply. They are asking the young people age between 20 to 25 years. So the skills are no problem. Look at the other thing. This is another gender discrimination. Stores in charge, male. Stores in charge, male. They should not do this. It should be genderless. Why females can't be a stores in charge? Why? Always why storekeeper is always a male? Why females can't be a storekeeper? No, this is illegal. But in other special developed countries like UK, this is illegal. Even organizations can be sued against this. But normally like a Asian countries, this is they don't care because those acts and everything not that much strong enough to go against this. So they expecting a male. This is a discrimination on gender. So qualification, this is a PS, okay, person specification is okay. Qualification, part qualified and the supply management, NIBM, whatever. Working experience, at least 3 years in stores handling. Age again, they mentioned 25 to 32 years. So what about people who like in their mid 40s, like a late 30s, 36, 38, 37, even like 50, 54, 53, 43, they can't apply. Age discrimination. You can see this advertisement actually like I'm not targeting this advertisement, I just randomly pick this advertisement to show you. You can see that's why so many problems are there in this advertisement. Right. So it's one typical example I taken it to get an idea how advertisement should be advertised and addressed should not include a male or a female. If you include the word male or female, that is illegal. It should be genderless. Because second, references to work. References to work. Title in job adverts must be genderless. For example, business could not advertise a policeman or a saleswoman. So nowadays another important thing. Nowadays, normally some certain types are there. They say from long time, okay, policeman. Now we call police officer. Police officer, right? And we don't call, right? We call the sales woman. We don't call salesperson. Salesperson. That's why. So organization must be, right? We don't use the word called policeman. Use now police officer. We don't use the words called salesman, saleswoman. We call salesperson. Even we don't use the word chairman. We're using chairperson. Right? So why always a men or woman at the end? No need. Right? Okay. So please listen. This is a new world. This is a 21st century. The world should be changed. The ideas should be changed. Because how ideas will be broadened now. You don't call no more a policeman. We call police officer. We don't call saleswoman or salesman. We call salesperson. Even chairman, not using, we call chairperson. Right? So like that. So organization job title should be genderless. That is the second reason. Job title should be genderless. Job heading adverse must be genderless. Job title must be genderless. And third one, promotion must not be made in the basis of a gender. Promotion also should do on the basis of gender, not genderless. Like mainly, you should not give any preference for gender. Right? You might have some kind of honest human resource manager might have some personal preferences. Right? You wanted to sometimes have some kind of like a example receptionist. You must give some receptionist job for a female. But organizations must think broad manner about this situation. The promotion also, when you're considering promotion opportunities, it should not be happen on basis of gender. And people cannot be dismissed because they are male or female. And fourth one, wages for staff occupying the same position must be the same for both men and women. Same work, same pay. Same work, same pay. And business will have to take more care when designing internal documents such as person specification, PS, the JD, the task duties responsibilities for a job. This is to ensure that the jobs do not limit applicants from a particular gender. Rather, these things must be ensured how gender discrimination should actually be protected. How gender discrimination, the violation of gender, the discrimination thing actually being recognized by the legal bodies, and they pass these things should be followed by the organization. They always make sure that organization as a human resource manager, when you're doing your recruitment thing, when you're designing your job, it should do like that. Look at the two acts here. The first act we call the Sex Discrimination Act 1975. So it states that the person must not be discriminated against because of their gender. For example, adverts for jobs and job titles must be genderless. That is more important. Adverts for jobs and job title must be genderless. Recruitment and selection must not favor for a particular gender. People should be promoted on grounds of ability and not gender. So very important things actually you are learning here. You can see the this is in genderless recruitment, and also it must be promoted on grounds of ability, not the gender. Right? Ability, not the gender. So you can see these are the most important things that you can learn out of this discussion. And also look at the other one, Equal Pay Act 1970. That's a little bit 5 years ago. Like, let's see, 1975 Sex Discrimination Act came. Before that, 1970, this act was passed in the UK, state that an employee doing the same or broadly similar work as a member of the staff on the opposite sex is entitled for equal rate of pay and working conditions. Equal rate of pay and working conditions. The most important thing, even either you are male or female, equal work, equal pay. Equal work, equal pay. That is fair enough, right? The organization must be take care of these two acts, right? So I would like to share this the short note thing regarding to human resource management. So there it's clearly mentioned the employment, legal controls of employment. They're talking about the mainly the discrimination rules. You can see like based on the talk about, we just talk about Sex Discrimination Act 1975 and Equal Pay Act 1970. There are another two more acts to discuss: race relation and disability discrimination. Right. So I told you how to comply with the gender inequality, the Equality Act. So you can see the Sex Discrimination Act, especially the or Gender Discrimination Act in business. The advertisement should be genderless, should not specify particular gender, because both genders must be have equal opportunity to appointments. And reference to titles should be genderless, like as I told you, policeman, police officer, like that, salesperson, like that. And promotion should be not based on the gender. People cannot be dismissed because of their male or female. And wages also should be same position, same position, the same work must be the same for both men and women, right? So according to that, we talk about that, how to comply with this thing, right? So we can see like different things are there, like based on the religion, a lot of things are there in the short note. So okay, let's move on to, I think the Gender Discrimination Act you can find out very easily in our other discussion of, you can see my the textbook also you can see here our this comply things must be, should make sure you know this stuff. Something examination they're asking how organization can comply with the gender discrimination. Analyze two methods or explain one method how organization can comply with the gender discrimination. And then you should give 1 point and explain. You must be able to know out of these five, at least 2 points must be able to make sure to understand. Right. Okay, then now moving to another important thing called the race and religion. You can see now it's the second part of the discrimination. The second and third I call the race and religion because it's actually two couple of things. Race and religion, right? What is your race? What is your religion? For example, say the race. It was a very highly debatable point in UK those days. Also regarding the race, like a black and white can be a color, can be very highly discriminated down. But now, no one discriminated on basis on the race or religion. Business must ensure that they do not discriminate on the grounds of color, race, ethnic origin, religion, or nationality. However, some evidence suggests that still this happens. Right? Your national origin, ethnic origin, your religion, your nationality still matter for some reason. Especially like a third world country, this matters. Sometimes when you're selecting people for higher positions, they are caring about this is what is your color, what is your race, what is your ethnic origin. Sometimes there's some certain organization, these cultural norms are there, they still follow. They don't like to actually have a multicultural, multi-religious, multi-ethnic, right, practices. Even some countries are multicultural countries. For example, a country like Australia, it's a multicultural country. Sri Lanka, it's a multicultural country. So we have Sinhala, right, and Tamils, and Burghers, and Muslims, like a multicultural society, multicultural. So everyone living harmony, in a peacefully, everyone living because we don't have any divisions, but we have certain, like a religious norms, but that should not adhere to the business organization, right? So as a result, you can see, did you know, like after African American or Hispanic people are the second most discriminated against the ethnic group in USA. Yeah, African Americans are the most discriminated groups. You can see those days, even still, right, recently also under Donald Trump's, you can see the Black Lives Matter, that social movement came regarding that, the one incident. And also, in 2011, a survey found that 22% of the Hispanic or Latino people complain of discrimination at work compared with just 6% of the white people. That is there in the USA situation, you can see like Hispanic or Latin American people are the second one because people who are migrating from Mexico, they are the one who discriminated. That's the second most discriminated group in the USA. And also the Hispanic families earn just 54% of what the white family would earn. That's the thing. They earn only just half of the white family earns. Same job sometimes, but they get only half pay. So you can see this should not be happen. This is a bad practice, right? So this new world, these practices should be avoided. That's why this thinking pattern must be changed, right? That's why these things are there. We are learning today. This we are checking in our exams also that as a young student, we should know how these practices you should not practice in future. Yeah. So you are the one who are taking responsibilities, and so as a result of that, you must know these things. You should follow these rules and regulations, everything, right? You can see the race and religion we stopped there. So business cannot prevent employees from wearing ethnic or religious dress, such as Sikhs. There are people they are wearing turbans, or Muslim wearing burqa, right? So organization cannot say, okay, you can't wear this in the organization because that is their violation of their belief, right? You can't do it. So, and use of the selection test must be monitored to ensure that their styles do not discriminate against the people from minority background. That's another thing. And business must take into account the religious holidays of ethnic groups. Example, like in Buddhism, they call Poya holidays. Right? In Islamic calendar, there are Islamic holidays like Ramadan. right? In Catholics, they celebrate certain things like, especially everyone celebrate the Christmas, not only that, the Easter holidays and so many things. Like that, you should give them some allowance, you should give them some chances to go there and observe their religious thing. You should take into this matter, right? Work on a day of worship, a day of religious celebration, such as you can see Eid thing, right? The Ramadan thing. And business cannot refuse to employ to people from particular ethnic religious group. You can't refuse one party. And workers must receive awareness about the training and encourage quality of the treatment to prevent the harassment, right? So what is ethnic origin? Two words are here. You can see the highlighted words. Ethnic origin means the birthplace of a group of people in different race from the main group in the country. Ethnic origin. It's where you came, where your ancestors were live, right? Let's go like here, even Latin Americans, African Americans. We are living recently in America, but you are origin from Africa or Latin America. So that is your origin from, you can see from Latin countries like I say Mexico, but now you are living in USA like that. So your ethnic origin should not be a matter. And also harassment is not the case. You can see when someone behaves in an unpleasant or threatening way towards you, that's called harassment. You can see this is the ethnicity and the employment level in the, you can see this chart. Unemployment by ethnicity in UK. This is UK, you can see United Kingdom 2015, 5 years ago, the situation in UK. Unemployment level, you can see high level of unemployment, you can see among the Bangladeshi people, 13%. And lowest level of unemployment you can see among the white people because that's their country, they have more jobs, right? And the second level you can see the 11% it goes around the Pakistani and the mixed thing. And also even the black African Caribbean people, among those people unemployment is very high because most of the organization they don't hire them for jobs because of their sometimes nationality, right? It can be a, yeah, color, it can be a nationality, or it can be because of their origin. Even 5% you can see Indian and Chinese, they have 5% unemployment rate in UK. This is a situation, right? So you can see today's our lesson we talk about mainly how organizations should comply with the race and religion thing. Organizations should give them some chances to people to wear their religious thing. So I'll show you the short note thing. You can see how comply with these things. Sex Discrimination Act. We talk about these things and also how to comply with the race and religion equality. You can see this thing, the religion thing, like this is like a Indian people, like the Sikh people, they are wearing this called the turban, and then and also this Muslim people, and then the Muslim, the Islamic, the religion, their community, their ladies wearing this burqa, right? Right. This should be allowed. The schools they should be allowed, right? This is happening right now. We as a school, as an organization, we are allowing these things to organization, to people to continue their traditions. There is no discrimination. These are things, the how to comply with this thing, especially the dress code. You should not prevent them to wear their traditional things. And second one, the use of the selection test must be monitored to ensure that there is no discrimination against. Selection test should give fair opportunities for minority backgrounds. And business take into account their religious holidays like ethnic groups like called Eid festival. And also business cannot refuse employ people from particular ethnic or religious group. You can't refuse them. And finally, we talk about workers must receive awareness of training to encourage equality treatment and prevent racial harassment. Threatening ways must receive awareness about these things regarding if you are a black American or if you are a person with the minority background. If people are threatening you, if people are bullying you, that is unfair. Should be reported like that. Okay, these are the things that we talk about today. We talk about the legal controls and how to comply with, especially we talk about two acts. Two acts we talk about, the Sex Discrimination Act 1975 and how the organization can comply with this act, and also the Equal Pay Act 1970 also we talk about. And we talk about one important the case study regarding that the Thai restaurant in Australia, how that age discrimination actually carried out in that case. Okay, I think in our this is fine first session we are going to talk with the we actually finished this the talk about the how this gender discrimination and the racial and religious discrimination happen and should be the violation of this thing, the how their rights and everything should be protected, right? And at the end we talk about how this the legal controls, especially the first part of this lesson is done, right? If you have any questions, you can feel free to contact me. You can use the chat line to communicate. You can use the comment line in the YouTube video, right? So then see you in my next session. Have a wonderful day.